All right, let's jump right in. We are diving deep into the Australian Open today.
Sounds good to me.
Specifically, we're looking at the crazy stuff that happened yesterday with Gael Monfils and Elina Svitolina.
Oh, yeah.
This power couple each pulled off huge wins.
Against some tough opponents, too.
Yeah, seriously tough opponents. And they did it on the same day.
Which is wild.
It is. And it was all the more impressive because Monfils is 38.
I mean, most players have already retired by that age.
Exactly. So that's what makes this so remarkable.
For sure.
You know, to see him playing at this level at this age.
It's really something else.
So what do you think? What's enabling Monfils to compete like this when most others his age have hung up their rackets?
Well, I mean, first of all, you have to look at the physical conditioning.
Right. The guy's clearly in amazing shape.
Yeah. And, it's not just about being physically strong.
Right.
It's also about adaptability, being able to adjust your game as you get older.
I mean, you have to imagine that your body changes.
And the game changes, too.
So being able to adapt is key.
Totally. And this win puts Monfils in a pretty exclusive club.
Oh, yeah.
Right up there with guys like Roger Federer.
Who also played at a high level for so long.
Exactly. They both maintained top-level performance well into their late 30s.
It's really inspiring to see.
Totally.
So let's break down that win against Taylor Fritz. Okay, so Fritz is ranked number 4 in the world.
Not an easy opponent.
No, not at all. He's a tough player to beat.
Yeah.
And the match itself was just crazy.
Oh, yeah. Lots of twists and turns.
It really was. The final score ended up being 3-6, 7-5, 7-6, 1, 6-4.
Whoa.
So Monfils actually lost the first set.
Really?
Yeah, but then he came back and won the next 3.
That's unreal. I mean, to come back like that against a top 5 player at a Grand Slam,
Yeah.
one of the biggest tournaments in tennis,
Yeah.
that takes incredible mental strength and experience.
You got to be able to handle the pressure.
Absolutely.
I was reading some of Fritz's comments after the match, and they were really interesting.
Oh, yeah. What did he say?
Well, he said something like, it was really tough to hurt him. He just got back everything.
Oof. I bet that was frustrating.
Right. And he also said, it seemed almost too easy for him to hurt me, for how much I was struggling to hurt him.
I mean, can you imagine being on the other side of the net from Monfils?
Seriously. You're just hitting everything you can at him.
And he's sending it right back.
I know. And not only that, but he's putting you on the defensive.
Yeah, you're constantly scrambling.
And Fritz, he seemed genuinely surprised.
Like, how is this happening?
Exactly. And I think for Monfils, this win had to feel extra special.
Why is that?
Well, before this match, he was on a 12-match losing streak.
Wow, 12 matches in a row.
Yeah, against top 5 players at Grand Slams.
That's brutal.
It is. I mean, that kind of losing streak can really mess with your head.
Oh, yeah.
It can make you doubt yourself.
For sure. So to break that streak like this shows just how resilient Monfils is.
You know, it speaks to his mental toughness.
Absolutely. He didn't let those losses define him.
And speaking of mental toughness, check this out.
What's that?
So after that crazy match with Fritz, Monfils didn't just go relax.
What?
No. Instead, he went to go watch his wife, Elina Svitolina, play her match.
Oh, it's so sweet.
I know. And he even joked about, like, warming up the court for her.
That's cute.
Isn't it?
And clearly, his support worked because Svitolina also won her match.
Yeah. And it was a tough one, too.
Who was she playing?
She was up against Jasmine Paolini, the number 4 seed in the women's draw.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And just like Monfils, she had to stage a comeback.
How did that one go?
She lost the first set 2-6.
No.
But then won the next 2, 6-4 and 6-0.
What a turnaround.
Right. You know, she actually mentioned in an interview that she felt inspired by her husband's win.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she said, I got inspired after my husband's win. I watched a little bit.
It's amazing how they're feeding off each other's success.
Totally.
It's like this positive feedback loop.
And it makes you wonder, right? Do you think this dynamic, this shared success, could give them a real advantage in the tournament?
I think it could. They're both playing with so much confidence right now.
Yeah.
And they're supporting each other.
Exactly. It's like they have this extra layer of motivation.
For sure.
You know, they're not just playing for themselves.
We're playing for each other, too.
And it's really cool to see.
It is. It adds a whole other dimension to their journey in the tournament.
I'm curious, do you know much about Monfils' season leading up to the Australian Open?
Yeah, he actually had a really strong start to the year.
Oh.
He won a hard court tournament in Auckland.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that.
And get this, he became the oldest man to win a tournament since at least 1990.
Whoa, that's pretty impressive.
It is. It shows that he's still got it.
So he was already coming into the Australian Open with some momentum.
Totally. And I remember reading a quote from him after that Auckland win.
What did he say?
He said something like, "Just fortunate, but every day is different. We work hard. I try to be very disciplined with the recovery. I am a strong believer in myself. Strong belief I can do some damage."
Wow.
Right.
That's a really powerful statement.
It is. And you can see that belief in the way he's playing.
Yeah, he's not backing down from anyone.
Not at all.
So his next opponent is Ben Shelton.
Oh, yeah, the young American.
Exactly. And Shelton's only 22 years old.
That's quite an age difference.
Right. So you've got this seasoned veteran.
Going up against this rising star.
And I think it's going to be a really interesting matchup.
Oh, for sure.
It'll be interesting to see how Monfils' experience stacks up against Shelton's youthful energy.
Yeah, that's going to be a key factor.
So Monfils has never actually made it past the quarterfinals at the Australian Open. But he's reached 2 Grand Slam semifinals in his career.
Okay, so he knows what it takes to go deep in a tournament.
He does. So given his age, and the tough competition, do you think a deep run is realistic for him this year?
That's a tough question.
It is.
I mean, age is definitely a factor in a grueling tournament like the Australian Open.
Especially with these best-of-5 set matches.
Yeah, they can really take a toll on your body.
And you have to play multiple matches in a row.
Exactly. So recovery becomes crucial.
Right.
So for Monfils to have a deep run, he's going to need to manage his energy very carefully. But you can't discount his experience and the confidence he's clearly playing with right now.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me to see him go far in the tournament.
Yeah, me neither. It's been fascinating to watch this power couple dominate.
It really has.
They've shown incredible determination.
Absolutely.
And resilience.
And they're both playing some of their best tennis.
I know. It's been amazing to watch.
It really has.
And I think it raises a really interesting question for us.
What's that?
Can Monfils and Svitolina keep this momentum going?
Right.
Can they use this shared success to make a serious run at the Australian Open title?
That's the big question.
It is. And I think it's a question that's going to keep us glued to our screens.
For sure.
So if you're a tennis fan, make sure you keep following their progress.
This is a story you don't want to miss.
Definitely not.
All right.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, it was. Always a good time to dive deep into the world of tennis.
I agree.
All right, we'll catch you next time.
Sounds good.
See ya.
Bye-bye.